Let's get it started. Let's
When do we
get it
start?
started. I think we're supposed to start right now, y'all.
All right.
Crank that stuff, boys.
That's it, baby.
I'm so tired of losing, bro.
Tired of losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that sucks for you. Because I'm in the king seat, baby.
Oh, I'm sure there's no better way to get to the king seat than throwing a not flat back.
All right, go ahead. Make fun of it all you want, but the difference is I'm in the king seat
I
and
wish
you're
I was
not.
in the king seat.
Yeah? Well, you know what your problem is, huh?
No, I don't.
Don't worry. I got you. Just chug.
Woo! Welcome in, hey, welcome in, B.
That's it. Episode 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome in, guys, to the King Seat Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel D. May. This is my co-host, Brian B. Betancourt.
What's happening, D-May? We're back.
Not too much, man. I'm just happy to be back. Happy for another podcast.
Yeah.
Had an awesome regional this weekend. That was a lot of fun in Mississippi.
It was a good time. They had a lot of talent there. The first regional in Mississippi, or in Mississippi Coast, this season. They had this, as we showed, a couple of zero gravity guys. So it was a bunch of pros. I mean, it was just an all-time, a well-ran tournament. It was just a good time in general. Unfortunately, I had to leave early, but I did have time the day we were there. We went up there the night before. You know, had some fun at the casino. Got to hang out with some of the family. It was just a great weekend.
It really was, man. We had a blast over there, and shout out to Mama Cobb. Fantastic run regional, as B said. I mean, they only had about 14 sets of boards, and we had a lot of people, man. I mean, that thing was over by 8 o'clock, 8:30.
Yeah.
I mean, that's rare. Usually when you have, I was kind of worried because, we didn't have 40 sets. We had 13, but, I mean, she stayed on top of it, and, I mean, I felt like there was even open boards to go throw one if you wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, you might have felt that way. I didn't probably because I was playing for a long time, so I was just up after up, and then another game after another game. You know, I mean, you might not be used to that. No, I know you did well as well in singles.
I got tied for fifth in singles.
Wow.
A little confused by that because I got tied for fifth with the person I beat earlier in the bracket, so I feel like I should be. But
oh my gosh,
that's another topic for another time.
I was tied for seventh. I was tied for seventh, right? My only two losses coming to pros, and same thing with you, right?
Yep.
But I mean, it was fun, and shout out to our buddy Ernie. Like I said, we went there a day early. We were hanging out by the Cobbs. He cooked a great pasta that everybody loved, and it was just, like I said, a fun weekend, well-ran tournament, and that's it.
Yeah, it was a great time. And shout out to Tyler Parent for his Connect 4 skills. We
oh, yeah.
played a little Connect 4 in the cornhole, too.
That's true, man. We were on our way to Mississippi. We stopped at the gas station. I go into the bathroom. I walk out, and I'm like, D-Man, what are you doing? He's looking at, like, kids' games, like Snakes and Ladders, Connect 4, and all that stuff. Like, dude, I'll bust your ass at Connect 4. He's like, no shot, bro. I wrote an algorithm for this. And I was like, whatever. How much is it? $10? Get it. So we got it. In the first 3 hours we spent playing Connect 4, a bunch of people, this game's a hit. It's like the best $10 purchase we could have made. I didn't win. I beat D-May once. He beat me twice. Tyler Parent came in and put a whipping on D-May.
He did. I mean, guys, look, I wrote in college, I went to school for computer science, and we had to write a program, basically a Connect 4 bot, where the computer should win, because it is a solved game, or they should win every time. And so I knew a little bit of what the basic strategy was. But Tyler Parent apparently did too. So, shout out to him.
Yeah, he just sat there watching us play, didn't say nothing. And once you beat me, he was like, I want to play you, D-Mac. And then he went to work.
Well, I beat him the first game, and then he just came back kicking my butt over and over and over. And, shout out to him. I mean, apparently his best friend was really good, and so he got really good. And yeah, so we spent the day playing Connect 4. We played a little Mortal Kombat. Shout out to Jimmy Youmans. I don't think he dropped a single game.
That's another thing D-Man was upset about, thinking he was a gamer, and here comes Jimmy whooping up on him in Mortal Kombat. I did win some money, when Tice and Tubby were playing. Tice won me some. I mean, not Tice. Tice was playing you, right?
Tice Cobb.
Tice was playing D-May, and me and Tubby made a side bet, and I won money on that. So thank you, Tice.
So I was able to get Tice's number by the end of the night, but Jimmy Youmans was leagues ahead. Okay, and it's crazy because he had never played the game before, but he's a gamer at heart. I know a gamer when I see one. B. It takes one to know one, and let me tell you, that man could ball.
Whatever.
That man could ball. Right. Anyway, guys, back to Cornhole. We have an action-packed episode today. Yeah. We actually got to, we have an interview coming up with the Zero Gravity team. We also played an awesome game with them.
Yeah, we did. It was, like we said, we spent pretty much the whole past week with the Zero Gravity team, from TP to Tubby, Tice, all the Cobbs, Jimmy, Matt, Sean, and Tegan even came along with Tyler as well. She's another awesome person, great cornhole player as well. But, I mean, we had 3 separate interviews, right? I think we did Jimmy and Tubby first, And then we have Tyler, the Tylers, right?
Yep,
Tyler Cobb and
Tyler
Tyler
Square.
Parent come on. And then, of course, the owners of Zero Gravity. You don't want to miss this, right? And we kind of, like, I don't know what D-May said, but we had to kind of pull their leg for them to come on and do an interview with us. They're all about the players. We're like, you know what? Fine. We'll do it. We'll come on there and we'll talk a little bit about Zero Gravity. And that's what they did. So they're great interviews. You don't want to miss them. But like I said, it was just a great crew, and we were happy for them to come down.
Yeah, and then we got to finish with an awesome game that we called Water War.
That's right.
And you guys can stay tuned. And let's say it gets a little wet, okay? It gets a little wet and a little disrespectful. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that one.
Mm-hmm.
We also have the results from the ACL Open, right, B?
Yeah, the first ACL Open in West Dundee. We wanted to go ahead and talk about. We know it was a week before now, so it's a little late, but we still want to talk about it with the second ACL Open coming up this weekend in South Dakota. We wanted to see, we wanted to look at the rankings, look how the players that did win, how they did, and then I'm sure a couple of them will probably be going to South Dakota again to see if they can kind of match what they did.
Okay, awesome. And so, yeah, guys, we're going to work through that. We also have, there was a format change, I believe, at the ACL Opens this season.
Yeah. So
I wasn't aware of this, but B just, knows everything there is ACL. He was kind of filling me in.
Yeah, so if you look at it, and I know a lot of you that played the Opens last season, right? Whenever you went to the Open, you just signed up with you and your partner. Depending on how you did in doubles, it's a rounders format, and you qualify for tier 1, 2, or 3, depending on how you finish in that rounders format, whether you went 4-2, 5-1, 6-0, if it's 6 games, or if it's 8 games. But depending on how you finish in doubles would determine how you were in singles, right? So if me and D-May went and we qualified for tier 1 in doubles, that means we automatically qualify for tier 1 in singles the next day. With this format this year, it looks like they were doing your rounders format for doubles, right? So you still have to qualify for tier 1, 2, or 3, but when it comes to singles, it's going to go off your ACL profile. So if you're listed as an advanced player, you're going to be placed in the tier 1. If you're listed as competitive, I believe you're placed in the tier 2. Anything below that puts you at tier 3. So you automatically go into the weekend knowing you're going to be playing tier 1 in singles. And then, like I said, it also depends how you finish in rounders and doubles, depending whether you're going to play tier 1 through 3.
So essentially, I can go to an ACL Open now, and I know I'm going to play advanced doubles advanced singles, regardless of who my doubles partner is.
Right.
Correct?
As long as your profile says you're advanced, that your profile is advanced, not competitive, you will be placed in the tier 1 singles tournament.
Okay. Well, if you look in the team this year, we're up for a couple of events. Now I don't have that fear anymore of not getting to play advanced. So you let me know, B.
I think I carried you last year in the ACL Open in Atlanta, and my back was hurting. So if times get tough, I'll let you know. But as of now, no. So no. But it's a little different format. So I guess it may ease up on people. Make it a little less stressful. I guess going into doubles that Saturday, knowing that you're already qualified for singles in tier 1. But you still obviously want to do well in doubles.
Yeah, of course. And guys, again, we do have some clips of the week coming up as well. That's going to be an awesome part of the episode. But before we jump into the throne, B, I think we should actually recap those champions, right?
Yeah. Let's
zoom out a little bit here so you guys can see. And the singles champion, I'm sure you've heard of it. Even if you didn't watch it, I'm sure you've heard of this ridiculous PPR. He was on fire.
Was throwing straight fire, right?
Pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended.
Pun
right?
intended.
Throwing those fire cornhole bags. The new bags that came out with this season, I believe it's the incinerators, or I think he's throwing the 11.5 of the incinerators. I know he likes both. And then he even came out and said after, I know jokingly, fire cornhole finally has a good bag I can throw. So, I think just going into this season, Matt Guy is on a mission because of how he finished last season. I don't want to say he was an afterthought. He just didn't do as well as he wanted, right? He just seemed like he was all over the place. He was stepping. He wasn't stepping. He was using different bags as the fire cornhole came out with them. But this guy seems like he's on a tear, and he's definitely trying to make a name for himself again this year.
Definitely. Our doubles champions, we're actually going to show them one at a time because I couldn't fit them both on the screen with these awesome pictures, and I wanted you guys to be able to see the PPR and stuff like that. But Ryan Windsor and Cedro Herrera.
Yeah, of course. Ryan Windsor and Cedro Herrera, they always seem to be in contention, especially towards the end of the season. They're kind of like the quiet team not many people talk about, but they're always finishing towards the top, So first opener of the season is in their backyard. I know Windsor and Herrera are from the Illinois area. The state of Illinois. So probably not a far trip for them, which might help make them more comfortable. But they're starting off with a great win, and I believe they beat the newly formed team, Jordan Power and Jay Rubin, who got second. So they beat them. I think they double dipped them, I want to say, in the doubles championship. So they were throwing great. And so were Jordan and Jay, too. And that's going to be a team to look out for. A great start for them as their first tournament of the ACL season, playing together, throwing the Ultra now. So, and Ryan and Isidro are still with Reynolds, and they're always going to be a team that wreaks havoc.
Agreed. And we put the blind draw champs in here as well, because it's my boy, Christopher Day. Let's go.
Yeah, good friend of ours, Chris Day, right? And if you watch any of those blind draw matches from Friday night, him and Matt Morton, I mean, they were just a perfect match, right? Matt just plays his regular slot game. I believe they're throwing game changers for the most part. I know they were throwing all cornhole. But Chris Day just doing as he does, right? He's kind of, I don't want to say he was a pro a few seasons back, took a couple seasons off. But it looks like he's back to make a statement as well. And if you watch some of those matches, those airmails, he was hitting just airmail after airmail. I mean, he's playing it perfect, right? He went to block, make you shoot the airmail, go up block behind him, and then he's just going to shoot an airmail. And he was on fire that Friday, and it was fun to see.
It was, man. I actually had a lot of people text, because Chris comes down here a lot to Louisiana and plays with us. And I had a lot of people texting me, Chris Day's in the championship, Chris Day's in the championship. So I said, all right, well, let me check it out, And, I mean, I know how skilled he is. I've seen his insane airmail game. And I think to win the game, he got in a situation where he had to hit the airmail. And I didn't even think for a second he was going to miss
He doesn't hesitate, right? He knows what he's going to do. He's shooting that airmail regardless. If it's open, any kind of the hole is open, he's shooting that airmail. That's how much confidence he has in it. And I don't blame him, right? Because he bangs them all the time.
Yeah, and he doesn't, it's not like he takes his time to line. I mean, he just, boom, dude, just go. And I mean, as soon as he saw you hit the airmail, shoot, bang, hit it. And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah,
so yeah, congratulations to Matt and Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Great shooting, guys. Great shooting from everybody who took home a prize at the was it the Illinois? Where at in Illinois was
West Dundee, Illinois.
That's West Dundee.
Yeah, West
Open.
Dundee.
Congratulations to those winners.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are awesome. I think it's time to go see some clips, man. I'm getting kind of excited about seeing all these champions.
I know. You want to get to it?
Yep. To the throne!
Back in the throne, baby.
Everybody's favorite part, right?
Yeah. They don't look forward to seeing us. They look forward to seeing the clips of the week and things that are done in the throne.
Hey, I really look forward to seeing the awesome highlight clips and some of the funny stuff we've seen here. But I just look forward to wearing a king outfit, man. Whoever chose this wardrobe is awesome.
Yeah, I can't say the same. I got the short end as always, so whatever.
Anyway, guys, we have some awesome clips for you guys. I'm just ready to jump in. Let's just go ahead and start off with my man Jay Rubin, huh?
This guy here, he could have clips of the week every week.
He could.
He's always doing something.
Wait, what the?
Yeah, he has a little.
He knocked in his airmail ramp?
Yeah.
Oh, this is getting interesting.
Yeah, instead of starting over, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna take that in too, huh? Yeah. So he just finishes it off and boop. One last try.
He's like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, look at this.
Let me just drag the ramp and all four bags. Is that really okay, Jay Rubin? We see you.
Yeah. He played it perfect. He wanted to make sure he was on clips of the week, but I mean that's pretty sweet.
Wow, that is a cool.
He is always having some cool clips, and I mean that one's definitely one of the top for me.
Yeah, he definitely has some interesting stuff. And if you guys watch him on Facebook, he's always live streaming out there, and even his neighbors are asking him because he's been throwing a lot, preparing for events.
Yeah,
and people will stop by and talk to him, and he'll clip it. He puts out some funny content. So
yeah, he does.
We try to share with you guys.
Does.
All right, cool clip. Let's see what we got next here. Is this Cody Henderson?
Oh, this is Cody Henderson, yeah.
This is my type of party.
Yeah, throwing over cases of but I'd be pissed, if I knocked all that beer over and messed it up.
Messed up your boards?
Yeah. Well, not even the boards, just the beer. You know what I mean? You gotta wait for it to go down and the board's replaceable,
Wow.
And they said a 63 pack. There's 2 cases of 30 with 3 beers on top. So I mean, that's pretty impressive. I know it's from a while back, but Cody Henderson throwing his local bags. I think he was hanging out with Chris Meeks here when they went for that, and he gets it done. Gets it done. I'm going to have to try that.
I'm going to have to try that one too, dude. To be honest, I think...
we could try with White Claws and Truly.
I think I drink it a little too fast, dude, to have 63 left. Yeah. Maybe once you're a pro, you just...
Scale it back a little.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But I don't know. It's a cool clip for sure, so I'm glad we had that on here. Let's see what else we have. Okay. Blaine Rozier spinning the bag.
Spinning the bag. Well, I believe that's his girlfriend throwing these airmails over him. That's a lot of confidence, right? on both parties' ends.
It's crazy, man. A lot of these younger kids are really starting to do the spin bag thing, B, and I can't seem to do it. I mean,
I think you should lay on the board and let me try and throw an airmail over you.
I'm down.
Cool.
Check us out next week.
Check out the clip next week. It's coming.
And last but not least, King Seat sponsored player Trey Hunt.
Yeah, this is a clip
against Big Tone, huh?
Yeah, against Big Tone. We didn't get to put up last week, but I mean Trey Hunt, the sniper as they call him, you know, always interesting whenever he's playing because you don't know what he's gonna do. But I mean, let's just sit here and watch it and push.
Watch this last shot, dude. This is what makes it so interesting. In this situation, I'm thinking maybe a get around bag and airmail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something along that. No, the sniper, dude, just and one. Right?
I'm going for that one, yeah.
I would not have done that, and I actually asked him afterwards.
Look at Tony's reaction. He's like, just I can't even say the words. He's probably thinking. See, it throws them all off. See, it throws them all off.
That's insane. And I actually talked to Trey Hunt about that clip. I sent him a message as soon as I saw it, and I was like, dude, be honest with me. Were you even going for the AM1? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I guess I'm not pro, but through my mind there, like I said, I would not have went for the AM1. He's like, dude, I needed a big turn. I was down.
He worked out perfectly.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
That was a pretty big deficit he was down. He came back to win that game. So I guess he was going for everything at that point.
Hey, I mean, whatever works, right, B?
That's right.
And let's switch scenes here, guys. We're going to go to a wider screen. And we do want to start things off with by thanking one of our sponsors.
Yep, our buddy here, my buddy Scott Stansberry, Cornhole Law Firm, right? Personal injury and criminal defense lawyer. And as we always say, right, we don't condone any kind of criminal activity, but
if you happen to rob a bank, we know a guy.
Yeah, if you happen to shank somebody or something crazy like that, we got somebody who will defend you. Of course, it'll cost you some money, but hey, whatever it takes. So let's go the personal injury route. Like if you happen to hurt yourself playing cornhole, reach out to him. But yeah, thank you to Scott as always. Like I said, a well-known lawyer at the Cornhole Law Firm, a great law firm out here in Louisiana.
All right, and we do have one more clip of the week to show you guys, and it's another one of those spinning clips, huh, B?
Oh yeah, this was at the Buffalo Cash Bash, right? And that's, of course, Tice Cobb trying to spin the bag, and it looks like he's trying to keep up with Riley Shaw, who you might see here again in a second. Just spinning. Look at that. I can't spin the bag.
I can't spin bags like that. And I mean, you see these kids doing it at events all day. Right. It blows my mind.
Can you spin a basketball, you think?
Yeah. I can spin a bag, but not like bag. It's different. It's a weird... I wonder if they can... I'm actually curious, B, if they can do it with any bag, if it has to be a new bag. If it's like, what if it's a really floppy bag?
They can still do it. At least I know Tice can. I've seen them do it like multiple bags.
Like those really fabric softener, like you left it in there too long. Because I have like some mercenaries that I put a whole bottle of fabric softener on.
Yeah, I know you can smell them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When I step up to the board, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I can't throw them anymore, but I used to throw them like that. But I'm curious if they can spin that.
Oh, yeah.
But that's pretty cool.
It is impressive.
Yeah, especially, I mean, I couldn't, when somebody's doing that next to me, I'm like, oh, God. So if you guys play me and you can spin a bag, you do it next to me, it might throw me off.
That's it. So let's keep it moving, D-May.
All right, let's jump back to the studio for a bit, eh?
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, we're back.
Wait. What are we still doing in the throne?
Oh, we don't remember? We got a new segment, D-May. Spotlight Player of the Week.
Oh, I forgot about this, guys. Yeah, so we're doing a new segment called the Spotlight Player of the Week, and essentially we want to highlight one player from a random spot around the country that's kind of either going above and beyond, maybe doing something cool, maybe doing something we haven't seen before, and we just want to highlight them and let everybody else know about what they're doing.
That's right, yeah, making big names for themselves regardless of what they do something cool. They've been doing a lot lately to get well-known around the cornhole community. Whether it be a pro or a non-pro. In most cases, it'll probably be a non-pro, so we can, highlight other players other than just the pros who typically get the most spotlight. So we thought this would be something great. It was brought up to us from a couple different people about doing something like this. And so, yeah, let's get to our first one. Huh,
all right, our first Spotlight Player of the Week, and here we go, B. Oh,
there she is,
Riley
man.
Shaw. Y'all might recognize her, guys, from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
She was the girl spinning the bag on her finger with Tice Cobb.
Yeah, spin the bag with a finger with Tice Cobb at the Buffalo Bash in Houston, and I was like, damn, I still can't spin the bag with my finger. So
Me either, and a lot of the kids, man, it's a new thing. I know we talked about that a little bit earlier, but it really is it's the new thing. They all like to do that spinning thing, and it's really cool. But Riley, she's 11. She's from Maine.
Yep, she's from Maine. Just started playing a little over a year ago. She did place first in novice singles over this past season with her dad, in doubles with her dad, but also plays first in singles with her dad. So she did move up this year, right, to compete at the competitive level.
And that's where she placed first with her dad.
Right, and she did the same thing, right? Placed first in singles and doubles just this past weekend. So, she's obviously doing good things. She can spin the bag. She's obviously a great cornhole player that is continually to get better. Hopefully we don't run into her at some point, D-May, because I don't want to lose to this girl. But it's awesome to see somebody so young, because you see so many young players, right, getting good, getting better, taking up cornhole as a real sport, and as it's continuing to grow. It's awesome, right? She's getting well known by many people around the country, so we thought, who better to spotlight than her?
Exactly. I mean, she's from Maine, and here she is at the Buffalo Bash with Tyson them, spinning bags, and I think she actually placed at the Buffalo Bash as well, and that's just really cool. That's a far. I mean, the Buffalo Bash is in Texas. She's from Maine. That's a very far travel for any cornhole player, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. They did place 9th in doubles at the Buffalo Bash, and she placed 13th in singles at the Buffalo Bash. So that's awesome. They even traveled from Maine down to the Buffalo Bash.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
That's crazy, and that's one of the reasons I was 100% down. I think she's a great spotlight player.
Hey, she spins the bag better than our boy Tice Cobb. So Tice, you better step it up, bro. But that's awesome, right?
Definitely. And guys, if you have any players you want to spotlight, please let us know, because our Spotlight Player of the Week should be on every episode.
That's right.
So we did have some predictions we wanted to do as well, right, B?
Yeah, we had some doubles predictions going into this season, right? Me and D-May decided to put our list together. His is terrible. Mine's probably right on. But we could just go through them and highlight a couple people, right, D-May? You want to get started?
Yeah, so I can start off with, obviously, I put Brett Guy and Eric Davis first. I don't think there's any arguments here. I mean, these two last year. Eric Davis pops off in doubles. I'll say it again. Eric Davis pops off in doubles. The dude wins doubles all the time. There's
regardless
no
of who he's playing with.
Does not matter.
He just
He's
does it.
Insane at doubles. Trey Birchfield and Alex Rawls, I think they're going to be great. Jamie Graham, Matt Guy, you can't really say much on them. Josh Holland and Derek Holland. I've watched Derek Holland at Worlds throw the bag between his legs and airmail 4 consecutive bags. I don't even think we've put that on the podcast yet, so that actually might be on next week's Throne, because, I mean, it was insane watching that. And Josh Holland, we all know what he can do. He's just insane. Really happy that he's in the ACL this year. Cody Henderson, Adam Hissner, they do their thing. Caleb and Eddie, awesome players, right? I think Jordan Power, Jay Rubin are a great team this year. Tony Smith, Noah Wooten, of course. They're going to be doing big things, especially now that Noah's back with Carpet. Cedro and Ryan Windsor, they just won that Open, so I had to throw them in my top 10. I mean, both great players. There's no argument there. Josh Grosh and AJ Sims, you ain't going to see them on everybody's list, but, I've seen them play. I've seen what they can do, so I had to put them in my top 10. Then 11, we have Eric Anderson and Ryan Smith. I love the shirtless thing. I think it's like a statement, kind of like my headband. You know what I mean? You got to let people know that they, you have your own little style. Plus, he's just a baller. Let's be honest. And then number 12, Tyler Cobb and Jimmy Youmans.
12.
It was because of you, not because of Jimmy.
Yeah.
Come on.
You already know. I had to get them in there at 12. That's where they're at. That's where my algorithm put them. So, yeah, that's my top 12.
Yeah, it'll work. So mine, I'm going to start with Jamie and Matt, right? I think they're more comfortable with these fire bags. They have bags now that are fitting them better. And I think they're just good. Like I said, Matt Guy, obviously what he did this past Open, he's off to make a statement this season. I think Jamie is trying to do the same, Tony Smith and Noah Wooten, just like I said before in singles, Tony's been throwing carpet. Noah's back to throwing carpet. So I think they're going to do work. Jordan Power and Jay Rubin, they had a solid performance as well. In the Open, I think they're going to do great. I just think they're going to mesh well together. Their two attitudes, the way they take on the cornhole courts, and they're going to feed off of each other. Brett Guy and Eric Davis, not to take anything away from them. Obviously, they were great last season as the B team. They'll be right up there again. And then Trey Birchfield and Alex Rawls. Alex Rawls is great. Everybody knows who Alex Rawls is, partnering with the robot himself, Trey Birchfield. Devin Harbaugh and Derek King. Devin finished strong going into last season. Derek King, had some issues going during the season, but I think with the full season ahead of him, partnering with a good friend of his like Devin, I think they're going to do work. So Tanner Halbert and EZ, everybody knows these names. They could probably be placed higher, but Tanner Halbert's a beast. EZ is just a student of the game. Everybody knows EZ. Everybody loves EZ. And these two together are a force to be reckoned with. Their first year in the ACL playing together, I think it's going to be great. Cody Henderson, Adam Hister, they just never seen to lose a step. They're always going to be in the top 10 to me. Raul and Jaime, they won the Albany Open last season. These two guys were sponsored by Buffalo Boards, good friends of ours. I just think they have so much. They mesh well, right? They've been playing well for so long. They work together. They do everything together. They played softball together before they even started playing cornhole. So
they really are your duo that have been just playing things together for so long.
Right.
That's a great point out on that one.
I think they're. Going into this season, their first year as pros, they're obviously going to want to make a name for themselves more than they already have. Greg Geary and Jimmy McGuffin. You remember them on the episode back, the past episode that we did. We had an interview with them. Jimmy had his back surgery. Even before that, he wasn't even practicing halfway through the season. He was only playing the national events because of his back problem. So going into this season, he's feeling great again. I think they finished 14th last season, even with hardly even playing. So I think they're going to make a name for themselves, throwing lucky bags this season. Tyson Tubby, the young duos, the young Cobbs. I think they're brothers, right? Enough said right there. They can beat anybody. They feed off each other. They know each other very well. So I think it's going to be great. KB and Eddie, sticking with BG this year as well. I think KB and Eddie, I think KB, was up there last year a little bit, kind of made a name himself more so than he has, was competing towards the end of a lot of tournaments. Eddie's just quiet, but I think they're going to roll along and make a name for themselves this season. It'll be interesting.
It is. It's going to be really interesting. And guys, if you're looking to do some DraftKings, I'm telling you, if you look at D-May's picks right there, I have a feeling they're going to be winners.
Don't do it.
Oh, man.
So, D-May, I think it's time to get to it, right? The zero gravity. Everybody wants to see the zero gravity. They want to see these interviews. They want to see Tyler. They want to see the Cobbs again. Of course, they want to see the owners of Zero Gravity and see what they have to say about themselves and the company in general. So,
you're right. I think it's about time we get to the interview, right, B?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Oh shit! What the hell is this, D-Man?
The hell is going on, B?
I don't know, bro.
Whoa, what's up, B-Man?
Oh shit! Look at these guys. Son, they just couldn't come in like normal people. Had to make an entrance, huh, D-Man?
Yes, sir, man. I feel like the gravity really changed in the room. I don't know if y'all are feeling the same thing.
That's it.
Anyway, what's up, guys? We're here with ACL Pro Tubby Cobb and ACL Pro Jimmy Youmans from the Zero Gravity team. What's going on, boys?
Not much. How y'all doing?
How y'all doing, man? How's it feel to be in the King Seed, eh?
Pretty nice.
Feels like I'm not going to get double dipped.
Well, that happens to me all the time, but it's just part of it. So, no, we appreciate you guys stopping in. D-Man, did you fly these guys in?
Yeah, but of course, man, with our huge budget, no, they actually, you guys travel the country, right? Y'all been traveling with the Zero Gravity team?
Yes, sir. We started in Cali. We flew out to Cali, and then we drove to Houston, Texas, and now we're going to Mississippi, which is where we're at now.
Okay, awesome. And so that must be really cool to travel with a cornhole team like that, huh?
Oh yeah, I told everybody 4 or 5 times my chest hurts from laughing so much.
Yeah, sounds like y'all kind of living the dream. So we know Tubby, right? He's from our area. We've been knowing him before he was, big shot and a pro.
Right.
But Jimmy, we don't know too much about you. How long have you been playing cornhole?
About 4 years competitively. So 2018 January was my first blind draw. But I would throw in the backyard every once in a while.
Nice. And I don't bring this up, D-May, but I met Jimmy before. He actually beat my ass last year at the Austin Open. Me and Brandon had to play against him and Devin. I think it was the second or third game around us. And it wasn't fun, but it was pretty cool seeing these guys play. Even though we were playing against both of them, some of the shots, and Jimmy, some say has the flattest bag in the game. So, I guess you could appreciate it. We still made tier 1, so I wasn't too pissed about it. But I mean, going back to last year, Jimmy, I always say, how you feel like last year when I know you finished with top 20 in singles and then 15th in doubles, right?
Yep.
So, how was last season for you? Was it ups and downs? Did it finish how you wanted?
I had no expectations going into last year other than that I wanted to improve the year previous. And I did that. I was nominated for Most Improved Player. So I feel like I really got out there and improved. I achieved my goal. But this year, I definitely want to do some big things.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And let's bring Tubby a couple questions here. I guess we'll bounce back and forth. Is that the plan?
That's not a problem.
I mean, we should have laid out a plan ahead of time, but we like to just be on the spot. So Tubby, first off, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
ACL Pro, man, you made it.
Go.
You did what I couldn't. You made it through the gauntlet, the qualifier. I mean, we knew you were going to go pro for a couple of years now. Being part of the first family of Cornhole and everything. But I mean, did you find that there was extra pressure? I know the pressure was high at the pro qualifier. I've been there. I choked. I know the feelings. But do you think the pressure was higher knowing that your brothers were already in?
Yeah. Well, I knew Tice was going to get it by the qualifier, and Tice wanted to play with me this year. So I had a little bit more pressure, but kind of drove me a little bit to know that I needed to get it so that Tice would actually play, because he said if I didn't get in, he wasn't playing next year.
Wow. So how much credit do you give to your brothers that you made it?
Everything. I mean, if it wasn't for them practicing in the shop, I'd be throwing by myself. I'd probably be trash right now.
I knew he was going to say that, everybody at home. That's why I baited him into the question. All the Cobbs give credit to each other, man. They really do.
Yes.
Y'all are awesome about that, for sure.
Yeah, they definitely don't. I mean, they never even leave out Tay, right?
No, Tay plays.
Tay, mom and dad, they got their own cornhole shop now, and they're doing big things, and they're adopting all kinds of people, like Jimmy, right?
Yep.
You're a Cobb now, huh?
My name is officially Timmy Cobb.
Yep.
I was adopted.
Nice. Okay. I've been Daniel Cobb for a couple years. No, only whenever I make shots.
It's
when
got
I
to
miss
start
them.
with a T.
Oh, is that what it is?
You didn't make it.
It would be Daniel.
The Daniel Cobb. I like that. We're going to patent that one. I'm put that on the back of my next jersey.
So, well, Jimmy, going into this year, do you have any? You said last year you didn't have any kind of expectations. You just want to continue to improve.
Yep.
This year, just looking to improve. Any big wins you want to get, or just rankings wise?
We want to finish top 10 in doubles. Like that's a mutual goal between me and Tyler. And then we want to have a ESPN broadcast, so meaning we win one of our brackets at a national. That'd be pretty big. Because I made a couple CBS broadcasts as well as Tyler, but 10 rounds is different than a full game of 21. It'd be great to make the ESPN again.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, and obviously, like I said, you guys are both with Zero Gravity now. We spent some time with y'all and the Zero Gravity folks who we'll have here in the studio shortly. What went into your decision of going with Zero Gravity? You threw mostly Reynolds last year, right?
Yep. So I threw Reynolds in doubles and PG in singles. I knew Tyler played carpet, so they kind of reached out to Tyler and they heard that I was like a prospect to play with him. So then they reached out to me. They're just really good guys. They bring a lot of things to the table. They're like a player first sponsor, if you will. You know what I mean? Like they want to take care of the players before they take care of their wallets, so to speak. And the bags are extremely great. Like they're soft. They're a very hole-friendly carpet. They're exactly what I want.
Yeah, that is very true about them putting their players first. I mean, they're going to be on the show later after this, and we borderline had to beg them to come on. I mean, they wanted the players. We don't need to be in the spotlight. And we're like, dude, just stop on for, a short interview.
Yeah.
So we will be interviewing them later. So Tubby, be honest with me, bro. Okay, I know you for a long time. I know, and I'm not saying you weren't always good, and because you definitely were good. But I think over the last couple months, last 6 months or so, there's been leaps of improvement coming from you.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see it in your placings. You could see it in your clutch factor. You're not missing those big shots that you might have missed in the past. Now, you're carrying blind draws left and right. So, I mean, what are you doing some type of extra practice? Is there something you fix besides your throw? I mean, is it like you doing mental exercises or something?
Well, if y'all know, but I used to have a really bad attitude, and then I started getting under control with it, and actually, the past couple months, I would wake up at 7 in the morning and go out to the shop and throw by myself for 2 or 3 hours before everybody woke up. And that's how I started getting really better, knowing that I put it's not even me putting the work in, it's knowing that I put the work in. So when I line up against somebody, I know that I've put in more work than they have. And it gives me that little extra edge.
Why'd you point at me?
He's taking shots.
Jimmy practices a lot too.
So does that mean you went to bed early instead of staying up late night like Tice, playing Fortnite all night? You went to bed a little early?
I still played the game, but Tice is a grinder on the game, let me tell you.
And I mean, having those people you're traveling with and people that you're playing cornhole with every day, and them seeing you wake up at 7 a.m. and grind, I feel like that kind of, that at least that would motivate me to get out there. If I saw somebody getting up early in the morning putting in some work, it makes me more obligated to go out there and do it. Yeah. So I think that's really beneficial with y'all traveling together and everybody playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could definitely see it. So, I mean, Jimmy, like you said, you and Tyler have some goals this year together. I mean, what have you been doing? Have you been working out or anything, working your back out? I mean, how do you plan on carrying Tyler this season?
So I do a lot of physical therapy. I do chiropractor, acupuncture, physical therapy, working out my shoulder. This is serious though. This isn't a joke. So because I throw hard and I throw a lot, I've been having shoulder issues. So I go to physical therapy, work that out, and it's been helping. It's been improving my game. Like I picked it up the last end of the season, and it showed. Like my game took a step up.
So when you're saying throwing pains, are you talking about during throw or after you're throwing?
A little bit of both. So like my shoulder neck will get tight from just throwing a lot, and then it'll affect my throw. So like I'll come up short on air mails more, or I'll come long on air mails more. It like throws off my distance, my muscle memory, if you will.
So like those nationals and those opens and stuff, those 2 or 3 days, they have to take a toll on you, huh?
Yeah. So in the beginning days, you're good, but then after it like compacts over time, then it starts to hurt.
That's pretty sweet. I mean, you didn't know that, right, D-May? I get pains all the time, but I just think that's from playing sports before, not from throwing a bat. But obviously, Jimmy throws a lot harder than I do, throws a lot more because he wins a lot more, so he's playing a lot more, and he's obviously practicing more than I do. So
no, you play more games in the loser bracket.
Not when you lose out early.
That's true. I actually get wrist pains more than anything. I know it's a little off topic, but my arm doesn't hurt too much. But yeah, I do the flick of the wrist.
Well,
look at that wrist. That
might be something different, D-Man. We're not going to talk about it on here, but so go ahead.
All right, yeah. So I mean, Jimmy gave us kind of a little bit of his thing. So to be honest with me, Tubby, rookie season, what's your expectations? What are you trying to, what would you consider a successful rookie season finishes in both singles and doubles? What range?
Well, y'all know me and Tyson are a really good doubles team. We play good together. So I expect us to be top 20, 25 in doubles. And in singles, I'd like to surprise a couple people. Maybe get top 30 something. That's my goal. I'm not saying that I'll achieve it, but
that's a good goal to have for sure. And I mean, as far as doubles, you and Tice, we've all seen it. Y'all have seen it at home. If you haven't, you need to travel more because flashback to 2020 Jacksonville Open or 2021 Jacksonville Open. I mean, there was a crowd around y'all's court when y'all were beating up on Mike Malone and Dalton McClem. I mean, and that's
Cobb
Malone. Yeah, I said Mike.
He's been drinking them White Claws. Please excuse me.
I love Cobb too. That's the crazy thing.
Mike Malone.
Mike Malone sounds better, man. He messed up. Yeah, but when y'all, I remember there was a crowd around. I was like, what? And that was right after Cobb Malone and Dalton McClem actually busted up on me and Ricky Cannon. It's like 24-2, but that's another thing. So we've definitely seen y'all make some noise, and I think y'all are going to continue to do that this season.
Hopefully.
So, also, I mean, what you guys don't know, I don't think we mentioned yet, that we're going to be playing a game with these two. So, everybody that we have here. So we're going to get to that in a second. And with that, I think we're going to bring in the zero gravity on us, huh?
Yeah, we'll bring in the zero gravity real quick. And like I said, guys, make sure you stay tuned to the end because the whole zero gravity team, we have a wild game. And it's going to get wet.
That's right. So thank you, Jimmy and Tubby, for coming on. And we'll see y'all in a second.
Thank y'all.
All right, guys, welcome in. We're here with the owners of the ZG team, right, B?
That's right, baby. Zero gravity. We got Matt and Sean, and like I said, this is a little pre-recorded. I mean, they were in the area here in New Orleans, decided to stop in the studio, which we always love and appreciate. And today's actually Matt's 21st birthday, so Thank you, Matt, for being here. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Appreciate
Happy
it.
birthday.
Thank you.
No, it really is an honor to have you guys in. I mean, I know we spent a little bit of time with you a couple of days ago as well. And we know what your motto is behind the players and zero gravity. And when we were talking to you guys about coming on, we're like, well, we don't really like to be on camera. I mean, and me and D-May kind of had to pull y'all's leg, and y'all agreed to come on. So, I mean, it's an honor, and we do appreciate it, huh, D-May?
Yeah, I mean, you can really tell just talking to these two, man, that they put their players first. I think that's very important, and I would imagine that has something to do with the motto you guys are trying to push with zero gravity.
100%.
I mean, so what went into starting zero gravity? Let's start things off. Let's roll into some good questions. What went into starting zero gravity?
Zero gravity, we were talking to some players and found out they really weren't making nothing from big bag companies out there, not saying names. And I'm like, bro, these guys need to get paid. They're selling millions of dollars in bags and they're getting $1,500 from shirts. And our thought process was, let's build a bag company where we make the $1,500 in some shirts and these guys make the big bulk of the money. And for us, it was keeping the game alive of cornhole, because if all these players can't play cornhole and have to go get a regular job when they start families, they're all going to disappear. There'll be no more cornhole anywhere. So that's kind of where we came up with the idea.
And I really like that, because I think a big thing being, I know we've talked about this prior on the show before, a lot of these young kids are getting good because that's what they get to do all day is play cornhole.
That's
They
right.
don't have the other responsibilities. So making, somebody being able to make a career out of cornhole and spend their days actually working on the crap, I think that's
Right.
huge.
Yeah.
COVID helped one person. That's the younger generation of cornhole.
That's right. That's right.
100%.
They went online school for an hour and they went out and practiced for 10 hours, and now you have them all over the TV winning everything. So.
Yep.
And now we can't win shit, D-May.
Right.
Yeah. They're coming and taking over our town.
Right.
Forget it.
Right.
So how long have you guys been playing and into the cornhole scene? I mean, I had not heard of you guys before this. Now, we are from Louisiana. I think y'all are from, Cali?
California. SoCal.
Yeah. So, I mean, how long have you guys been involved in the game prior to starting ZG?
I played for a couple years. Just a couple. I don't play real competitive stuff. My kids got me into it, and I was better than they were at the beginning. And like what Sean said, when they had time to practice, they just kind of passed right up. But I've been playing for about 2 years. 2 years.
I've been playing probably a year. I guess as soon as COVID hit, I used to be a big bowler and slow pitch softball, and that all got shut down, but cornhole still left. And a good buddy of mine kept saying, "Hey, come play." I'm like, bro, come on, seriously? Like, it's cornhole, And then fell right into the addiction. So
Nice.
about a year.
That's awesome. I mean, we can tell you guys have a passion for it. And, we know you guys put together a solid team of players that you guys are sponsoring this season. Obviously, the Cobb, Jimmy, Tyler, Brennan. You got Jacob, Mark Lopez. And a couple others. What went into choosing these players for this season to be a part of Zero Gravity and represent y'all?
We wanted the young generation. The generation that's going to, we wanted, 15 to about 21, 24, with Jimmy Youmans. But we wanted guys that are going to that are reparable, and that have a good reputation, and that are going to bring the game further and going to keep going. So that's, and just good people. Good people that we wanted, and I think we accomplished that.
We didn't really want a lot of hotheads.
No.
We do have Tubby, but he'll
He's
he'll
reformed.
adjust.
Yeah.
He's reformed.
He's been making improvements on it. We've known Tubby, the cops for a couple of years, and Tubby's,
We wanted
not
a
safe.
slow bag team.
yeah.
We believe the roll shot is one that's going to be taking over the industry, to be honest. But the whole 10 rounds on ESPN, you got to make something muddied up a little bit. Is what we believe. I don't know.
Nice.
And so as far as what you guys have done so far with Zero Gravity, I mean, I've seen y'all's merch, right? I've seen these shirts all over the place.
That's right, baby. Poor D-May didn't get one. That's
Yeah,
all right.
I got one.
Maybe one day.
I might
Maybe
wear it
one
for the game, okay, just to show me I did get one. But yeah, I mean, I know you guys got the merch going on. You got the hats. I see a lot of people wearing that. The bags, the Neptunes, and Gravity Ones. Is that the other
Yeah.
ones?
Yeah.
Those are faster so I can't throw those as well. That's
Yeah.
why I don't remember those as much.
That's one of my style. I got a set of those. So.
Yeah, he likes those. So tell us a little bit more. I mean, you guys are going to keep growing, you're going to keep making different bag sets. Y'all going to keep trying to grow the merch. Y'all do boards. Tell us a little bit about what y'all do as far as merch and things people can purchase.
We're just bags of merch. Bags, no boards. Right now we do have the 2 sets out, the Neptune, the Gravity Ones. We do have a release coming mid-November, early December. We have one
Yeah.
more set that is approved. Those will be pendulums. Those are going to be dropping again, like mid-November, early December. And just merch, just hats, shirts, hoodies, sweats, sweat shorts. I mean, nothing major, but yeah, we just
Nothing too crazy.
No.
No headbands, D-Man. So
Nah,
That's
no
what I was
headbands.
wondering.
That's what you're
exactly
trying to get
what I
at.
was wondering, dude.
We'll get you a couple custom
Very,
ones.
that's what I'm talking
Throw
about.
those out there.
I'll rep them.
That'd be one of one,
So, I mean, I know you guys have been down here. Well, y'all were in Texas over this past weekend. Had a solid showing, right, from Tyler and Keegan at the Buffalo Cash Bash. So, that's awesome. I mean, and I know you guys have been enjoying the food, right? You had jambalaya for the first time, had
Oh, yeah.
gumbo. I mean, what do you guys think about the food down here in the South?
Heartburn.
Love it though. Yeah,
I
we like traveling and trying different foods. We don't want to go the same chains. Just everywhere we travel, we like trying like what's good there. Like, what do they eat here? Mom and pop shops. Home cooked meals. So yeah, it's good though. Gumbo for the first time last night, right?
Yeah,
last
night
Yeah.
gumbo. Yeah.
Last night was good.
We had Nana and Papa, Cobb.
Yeah, the
Both
Cobb.
made a homemade gumbo like a battle to see who was best.
It
I
was
like
good.
Nana's.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Nana's.
Yeah,
Nana's.
it was Nana's.
Everybody goes
Papa's
with
was
Yeah.
hot.
So,
This man knows all the spots out here.
Yeah.
yeah, well.
Yeah.
That
He
jambalaya.
does. He does.
No.
Hottest ribeye steak I ever ate. Hottest.
Everything out here has some kind of spice to it. I mean, you're not going to
Yeah.
get nothing it's like too bland without some spice. So even if they don't say it's spicy, it's probably going to have some kind of spice. And that's what I like. I mean, it hurts. I think the older I get, the more it hurts, but I can't get away from it. So,
Yeah.
so I mean, I guess another question. I mean, who's the better cornhole player out of you two?
Depends on the day. Oh, shit, here we go.
Hey, we're gonna test that in the game we got going on, guys.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, after this, you guys are gonna see which one's better. At least
All right.
at Airmail, I promise
All
you that.
All right.
So I mean, as far as what are some of the players, the Cobbs, I've always wanted to ask somebody this question. Which one of the Cobbs is your favorite?
You're going first. We and everybody knows. The whole entire team knows what Cobb is Sean's favorite.
Tubby's my
Will
road
he
dog.
admit it?
Tubby's my road dog.
All
Me
right.
and Tubby are born a little bit alike. We like to fight, argue,
Yeah,
that whole scene. He's kind of crazy like myself, so
he is crazy.
Yeah.
we connected. Tice, it's hard. He's quiet, doesn't say much.
Yeah.
When he says something, it's like a little one-liner that cracks up the whole bus
Yeah.
for people.
Or
we got.
gives you a face.
And Tyler, it's
What's
hard
your face?
because everybody picks on Tyler the whole entire time, so
Yeah. Yeah.
you kind of feel bad for him. So
Yeah.
No, we
Go ahead,
love
who's
them
yours?
all. We love them all.
who was yours, guy? Come on.
Oh,
You trying to play the fifth over there? No.
Mine is Mama.
There you go.
Mama
Cobb.
That's the
Mama
best answer. Hell
That's
yeah.
a great answer.
That's
right
my
there.
favorite too.
Mama
It'd be
Cobb.
her and then Tate a close second. And then
Yeah,
the rest
yeah.
will fall in line.
Some people are politicians, some people are not.
So I mean, we'll leave out with the last question here, and then we'll go ahead and play the game, which I know everybody wants to see. So when people, we know you guys are all about the players. When people think of zero gravity, what do you want them to say about it?
Oh man, that we're good guys. We care a lot about our players.
I hope they see what we're doing. I hope that they look at us and say, "Oh, dude, we want to be, like them." Treat it player wise. Our hope is that we can't sponsor a pro player out there, right? We can't do it. It's impossible. So yeah, we want these players to be treated like what we're trying to do with our players. Taken care of, not having to ask for anything. It's just taken care of. That's our big goal. So
Just that we're out in the trenches with our players.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go and if this thing takes off like we hope it does, we're still gonna be the same guys out playing with our players, getting our ass kicked every week, and don't really want to be known as bag owners. When we go to a place, be like, oh, those guys own zero. That's not really who we are. We don't want fame. We don't care about the fame, the money, anything. It's more just, hey, they have a badass team. Those kids perform. All about these guys, not us.
yeah.
That's
We want
really
no-
what it's about for us.
Yeah,
It's-
we want no recognition. This was like, and they weren't lying. They had to pull us in to do this today because we want our players at the forefront of the whole entire company. So I mean, those are the ones you guys see throwing bags, winning tournaments. So we're behind the scenes, but we are there with them. Everywhere we go. But yeah, we don't want any spotlight at all. So,
Awesome, and it shows. I mean, just from
Yeah.
this road trip you guys are taking from Cali
Yep.
down Louisiana to Mississippi. So,
Yep.
we appreciate you guys sitting in and taking the time with us. We really do.
No worries.
Absolutely.
And with that, D-May,
All right, B, what's going on, man? We're here with the rest of the Zero Gravity team that's been
right.
traveling with them, huh?
yeah, we got a couple more players here. We got a case of the Tylers. We got the real Tyler Parent, and we got Tyler Cobb. So, no, thank you guys for stepping in. If you guys have seen the episode, seen the podcast before, you know Tyler's been on here before. He's a real good friend of ours. We've been playing with him for a couple years now. But we're lucky enough to have Tyler Parent here down in New Orleans as well, taking on this road trip, and he agreed to come on. So thank you, Tyler, for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
So, just to start, Tyler, I know last year, I know a little bit more. I know you're playing with Brevin again. You played with him last year.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were throwing ultras last year, right?
We were.
And this year you're throwing zero gravity. So it's got to be a little bit of a change, right? We went into that.
Yeah. So, for me and Brevin, we've always kind of liked slower bags, but we've never really had the chance to try carpet. But so far, the change has been pretty good. We both like the bags, so.
That's pretty sweet deal. You know?
Yeah.
Everybody knows the ultras are like a whole friendly bag, but carpet bags you can tend to do more with. So
For sure.
if you can find a way to throw them and make them your own, you can hone that in. Your game is just gonna go higher. So that's awesome. So what kind of expectations do you and Brevin have going into this year?
Our expectations are to just play our best. Last year, I know we didn't do our greatest, and a lot of that was probably on me. I didn't have my greatest year last year, but I'm really trying to prove things this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, traveling with the Zero Gravity team, I feel like, just having some of these Cobbs around, motivating you. Tubby especially, right? He was telling us he will wake up some mornings at 7 a.m. and go in the Cobb shop and throw.
Yep.
Just having people wanting to grind and wanting to hone that craft around you. I think that definitely will. I don't know how motivated you were last year, but I feel like this year it should,
Oh, yes, sir.
motivate you even more with them around. I know them. I don't know you that well. How long have you been playing, TP?
I've been playing for, competitively, like 3 to 4 years. So
Okay.
pretty long.
And what area are you from?
San Diego, California.
Gotcha.
Oh, nice. I like San Diego. I went there a couple of years ago. We stayed in was it Pacific Beach? I want to say.
Oh, okay.
PB?
Pacific Beach. Yeah, it was like a
PB.
Jersey Shore type house across from the beach. And we went down to La Jolla, took
Yeah.
little kayaks, got to see the whole Dr. Seuss thing.
Oh, nice.
I wish I could afford to live out in La Jolla, but it's a pretty nice area. So
Me too.
TP. So you're down here now. Right now, you're right here in New Orleans. I saw you doing some fishing at the cows, man. That was your first fish you caught?
Yes, I caught my first fish. It was actually the first cast at that specific pond. I think Tice, he gave me his pole, and I casted it out, and somehow a fish just hooked right on there. So.
He didn't even know he had it.
Yeah.
We were like, TP, you got a fish, reel it in. He was like, what?
Yeah, it was pretty cool, though. It was like a pretty big bluegill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a pretty big brim.
I would have cleaned that and eat that thing.
Oh, yeah.
But so we got Tyler, the other Tyler here as well. So, and Tyler, how's the road trip been? Obviously you know a bunch of these people. This isn't your first year on the pro circuit, but being with the Zero Gravity team, I see you guys been doing a lot of fun things. Went to Top Golf, which you're not too good at. We saw that. Poke, we've also heard you're not too good at that as well. But
I'm decent at that.
how's the trip in general been so far with everybody?
It's been awesome, man. Last year, we didn't have a relationship with everybody like we do this year. This year's big, we haven't started the season yet,
Right.
and we're all so close. We're pretty much best friends already. And this trip it's been amazing. My chest hurts from laughing so hard.
Yeah. So, to add to that, you say you haven't even started the season yet. How much did you have to pay Jimmy Youmans to partner with you this season?
Too much.
I paid him my whole digital wallet. So.
That's a good story. He was telling us how he's been working out to make sure he could carry you this season.
Yeah, his arms are getting bigger. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
Definitely longer.
Yeah. I'm sure. So.
Yeah, I think y'all are going to have a real good finish, you and Jimmy. Y'all one of my sleeper picks. Not for the top 10, but I think y'all definitely going to be top 20 for sure. I couldn't put y'all in top 10 on my sleeper picks with Had to put y'all number 12 to be exact.
Well,
It was because of you, not because of Jimmy.
Yeah, had y'all 12. It's the algorithm, bro. You know how I am. I'm very very computer algorithm. I had to spit in the names and spit out the numbers, dude. That's where I had to rhyme and shit.
I respect that.
Also, I mean, we have another member of the Zero Gravity team here. She's busy right now, but TP, that's your girlfriend, man. And I mean, we saw she's on the pro circuit this year as well.
Yep.
We got to see her throw. We know you guys had a great finish at the Buffalo Bash this past weekend.
Mhm.
I mean, this is the first time I seen her throw too was Monday night. So,
Oh, okay, yeah.
how long has she been playing? And she's pretty damn good.
She's a beast.
Yeah, she is good. She's been playing for about a year, maybe a couple months, but we play together all the time, throw pretty much like every single day. So
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's good. I mean that she's good, and you have some competition to play against all the time. It definitely has to help you out, especially the fact that it's your girlfriend. Me personally,
Most definitely.
I don't like to lose to my girlfriend. I like the bragging rights. So
yes,
it's got to be some added motivation. But that's awesome, man.
I think the whole Zero Gravity team y'all have, I mean, dude, everybody's so friendly. Everybody's so fun.
yes,
I mean,
sir.
just getting to hang out with y'all at the bowling alley last night and throw bags a little bit 2 nights ago. It was awesome. And I think everybody's really fun. And this is really cool. It reminds me of the Madden bus, if you've ever seen back in the day when they used to travel around the country playing Madden.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of what y'all are doing. Y'all are really good at cornhole. Y'all are traveling around, busting people up, building some camaraderie, and I really think it's awesome.
TP,
So-
I mean, so you're down in the South. I mean, I know the other guys were talking to Matt and showing you their first time having jambalaya, gumbo, and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Was it your first as well?
Yeah, we actually had some gumbo last night. I like the spicy one better, by the way.
See?
It
And
was
I
a lot
think it was
better.
Sean that said he liked Nana's better because it
Yeah.
wasn't as spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He liked pawpaws.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
He hasn't had grits yet.
No
yeah,
grits.
get you some shrimp and grits too.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, man. But we're glad you're enjoying your time down here.
So
yeah,
Ty
it's been a
Cobb, I got a
blast.
question for you. You've always been a flopper,
Yeah.
right? So you a flopper? You still like the flopper over the airmail?
Flopper, yeah.
Okay. And TP, you're a flopper and airmail guy.
I definitely like the airmail.
Okay. Because guys, we actually got a game we're about to go. We're about to go play, right, B?
That's
and,
right.
we're
show
gonna
these
test our
guys our
airmails
distance.
out. I might, if I bust you up, T Cobb, I'm sorry to tell you this, but
I got no
you got me in the flop. But airmail, I'm pretty good.
That's right. So I mean, let's just get to it, D-Man, and show these guys how to do
I
it.
think let's jump into it. All right, guys, welcome to the King Seat Water War. The rules are simple. There's 2 players per team. Each player gets 2 bags to throw at the airmail box. The team that makes more airmails wins. The losing team then has to get splashed in the face with a cup of water from the winning team's players. It's about to get wet. Let's go, King Seat Water War. Was it? I missed. Get his ass again. Oh, wait.
Taking
Take
carry.
your hat off, please.
I didn't miss. That's your miss.
It's harder than y'all think.
Stand like Brennan.
I wanted to drift.
Right on the neck.
I wanted to
Love you, Tice.
That was a good one. That was.
Go ahead, T. You first.
Don't miss.
Happy birthday.
Don't miss.
Ah, boy!
All right, get his ass.
Right in the neck.
Congrats.
Hey! And that's a water wolf. Guys, and we're back. What an awesome interview with the ZG team, AB.
Yeah, that was an awesome interview. It's always a lot more fun, we're able to have people come in the studio, and they took the time on their trip to come stop in the studio, spend some time with us. And, of course, the game was fun, even though I didn't win. That's all right. I don't want to win. I'm one of the hosts. You tried to. It just didn't work out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So,
all right, whatever. I got splashed with water. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, no, but it was a great interview. Thanks again to the whole Zero Gravity team and to the owners as well. And so that was fun, and we look forward to seeing y'all again soon, right?
Yeah, guys, and special thanks to our sponsors as well.
Yeah.
Starting things off with hashtag Let Gary Sell It.
That's right. As always, our boy Gary Anderson, right, with French Quarter Realty. If you're looking to buy a house, sell a house, have any questions about houses in general, he'd be more willing to help you, right? He's from Louisiana all the way down to the Gulf Coast, the Mississippi Gulf Coast, I believe. So he covers that whole area, right? So reach out to Gary, even if you're out of state or have any other questions from around the country. He's that nice of a guy. He'll talk to you, right? So reach out to him at 504-894-4586, hashtag Let Gary Sell It.
Yes, sir. And also thanks to our other sponsors as well. NOLA Bags, Buffalo Boards, Lucky Bags.
That's right. Norris Splats, Sure Shot Cornhole,
This wouldn't be possible without you guys, man.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate it. And also, guys, if anybody at home, we still have a couple Surefires up for sale. So if you guys are interested in helping out the podcast or just buying some awesome bags to throw, they'll really pick up your game for you. Just send one of us a message on Facebook.
That's right. Let me know. If it adds value for me to Sharpie out D-May's face, let me know. Whatever it takes. So, but we appreciate it, guys. So.
And I think that's about all we had, AB.
Yeah, I think that's about it. As always, shirts, headbands, the jerseys are coming out as well. So be on the lookout. And, with that, we'll see y'all next time.
In the King's Seat.